Hello, hello. This is a ride from the South Bronx to Manhattan. How are you all doing today? Quick update. It hurts. I'm airing it out. I'm also putting a lot of bacitracin on it. That's why it looks slimy and weird. Otherwise, it's pretty dry. So I'm doing my best. I'm just trying not to cover them with any bandages or clothing because it would get all over the clothes. But also I want it to be cold and aired out so it could dry up and heal quicker. The problem is when it dries up pretty good and scabs and is healing, I can't bend my knees at all, or it starts cracking or like trying to pull the scab off. So I have to keep my legs really straight because once I bend the knees, it starts like trying to stretch the skin and there's no skin, it's just dry. So that hurts a lot. Also the bruising from my knee to my waist, that whole area is just getting so bruised up now and it's starting to hurt so much more now. So, oh, my fellow wheel rider. My man. So that was a fellow wheel rider. Never met him, I don't think. Maybe he watches the videos. Maybe he'll see himself tonight. Shout out, big man, if you're in the audience, leave a comment below. Let us know. Let us see your channel and all that. Cool wheel, by the way. Your lights were bright. Looks like you were in control. Very good. Be safe out there, fella. Take it from me. Beautiful sunset right now. Daylight savings has officially kicked in. Is that another wheel rider? Must be a scooter. I can't tell with the glare in my eyes. Oh, that's a bike. Yeah, daylight savings, so it's sunsetting quicker. Pretty soon it'll be dark on these rides. I don't know if I'll film in the dark. I don't usually like to upload dark videos or night videos, but we'll see how well lit everything is. Look at the traffic. Look how much traffic on the bridge there with the cars. Pretty tough. So how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments how you're holding up. My brother was really kind. He offered to let me use his Wolf Warrior in light of my recent incident. I really appreciate that, baby bro. Big shout out. Thank you. But Wolf Warrior is not for me. I recently sold my Wolf Warrior. It wasn't getting a lot of use. I love the Wolf Warrior. It's absolutely a behemoth of a scooter. It's a marvel of modern engineering. It was my favorite scooter out of all the scooters out there by a long margin because of the dual stem, the forks, the off-road tires, the high base off the ground, those handlebars, the headlights, the horn. I mean, honestly, what a scooter. The rear and front suspension. The acceleration, my good heavens. If there's a scooter out there to get, it's the Wolf Warrior. And I graduated through many scooters before I got my Wolf Warrior. And I got my Wolf Warrior before anyone had a Wolf Warrior. You rarely saw Wolf Warriors ever. So I've had it since 2019. This is back like close to the lockdown period. Lockdown hadn't even started yet. COVID lockdowns, and man, the Wolf Warrior, even to this day, the Wolf Warrior outshadows and outboxes every scooter on the market. But like I said, I became a wheel guy, and the convenience and control and stability of a wheel way outperformed a scooter, even a Wolf Warrior to me. And so the Wolf Warrior wasn't getting a lot of use. It found a new home, a new owner who was really, really excited about it. I didn't lose too much money. The depreciation wasn't terrible, but bro, I kept that thing in great condition, mint condition. I never took it outside when it was wet out. I never off-roaded it in the dirt or in the trails. I always rode it in the city. I never max powered it. I always kept it close to mid to upper to low range. I always had dual motors on. I always kept it on level 2 instead of level 3, which is the highest. So the acceleration, so the battery was in good condition. I always charged it to the max and used it occasionally to keep the battery cycling. So, you know, I handed it over basically in pristine condition at a good price to the new owner. So I was very happy that that was a smooth transition. You never know with these things. Sometimes you get a scooter or something and it goes bad before you sell it, or you end up getting into an accident before you sell it and you don't end up. But the Wolf just had a beautiful clean entrance, brand new from Creo Motors, and a beautiful clean exit to a great new owner at a decent rate for both of us. And the new owner was super thrilled about it. Took it to a home, a happy, healthy home in Connecticut with just the right amount of suburbs and trails, and there's a family environment, very nice people. So delighted that my Wolf has a new, nice home, and that I was able to recuperate most of my spending, or a lot of, you know, good amount of my spending on it. And I was able to give it over in good faith and good, clean health. But now we just have many wheels in my home. You know, we all ride wheels in my home, and I have different varying sizes of wheels, and obviously the Sherman being my biggest and best and favorite, but you know, I love the 16S as well, and don't think I'll be scootering. I think it'll always be a Sherman or a Sherman Max for me. I think that's about where I punch my ticket. So anyway, this is 2nd Avenue now, headed down through Manhattan. A little bit of traffic here, bike lanes closed, a little bit of construction. I can't really go faster than I'm going right now. This wheel is only capable of maybe 20 miles per hour, but I'm keeping it at like 10 miles per hour because my knee hurts when there's any bouncing or bumps from my injury. So even when I bend my knees to try to absorb the impact, it still hurts while I'm bending my knees. I still got these fresh injuries. So I'm just riding slow. This is like nice. It's just a light cruise. I feel like I'm standing on a conveyor belt and just being transported home. It's a safe, comfortable speed, faster than walking by a good margin. But obviously much slower than a Wolf or a Sherman. But that's okay, you know. I don't have to drive my car. I don't have to take the train or a cab. I don't have to walk. It's actually easier for me right now to ride this wheel for 30, 40 blocks than it is for me to walk 1 block. So when I'm standing on this wheel, even despite the pains from the bumpy roads on my knees, it's still more comfortable and easier than walking. So if I were to have to walk, I'm like, ooh, limpy and painful. But ironically, so it's all ironic because this happened last time too when I got injured off of a wheel. It's like you get injured from your wheel, but then your best course of action for travel after that becomes riding your wheel. Like last time my arm got really badly injured, and so I couldn't even drive. I couldn't turn the steering wheel. I couldn't use my right hand. I couldn't shift. I couldn't do anything. But I could get on my wheel with both feet and ride comfortably to my destination. Now it's the same thing. I mean, I could drive my car, but honestly extending my legs and pressing on the gas pedal and the brakes actually hurts a little too. So I could drive right now probably equally to the wheel, but then the driving involves the parking and all that madness surrounding the car driving. So the wheel once again becomes the go-to after a wheel accident. So, but this is pretty close to being a non-wheel situation because the knees are in a lot of pain right now. I'm just about at the point where any worse than this and I wouldn't have been able to ride my wheel right now. So I'm grateful that the injury was bad, but just good enough so I could still wheel and ride my wheel. So that's a good point right there. Of course, overall my injuries are very mild, you know, in relation to what happened, the incident of riding at 45 miles an hour and falling with almost no gear on. So that's life, you know, you live and you learn. I went from feeling like an old, experienced, wise man who only very few people in the world should have the privilege of being like and riding a Sherman like, to feeling like a young foolish, inexperienced, peppy, overzealous individual who pushed his luck and got hurt. So it's funny how your perspective changes. I feel like young and foolish a little bit after this accident in retrospect, whereas before the accident I felt kind of wise and older, like I would give everyone advice and stuff. I've got a call. Hold on, guys. Just enjoying the bike lane. Hello? Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? What's up? No, I don't think so. When are you guys leaving? Tomorrow? Tomorrow, it sounds like? Yeah, I don't think so. You guys go on without me. Enjoy that. But I don't think I'm able to make it to this one. Where are you now? Are you already back? Shall I come by or not yet? Okay. Let me know what time. Just hit me up. Okay. You speak to anyone else? You speak to A? Is he around already too? Oh, he said he was going in today, so he might be around 5-ish also. Oh, ow. Oof. Okay, I'm on the 2nd Avenue bus lane, bike lane on 110. I'll be back soon and I'll go home. Just hit me up later. Hit me up. All right, cool. Ooh. Yeah, so as I was saying, viewers, I appreciate you guys tuning in and leaving all those comments. Literally the flood of comments from all the silent viewers have been coming in, viewers I've never heard from, just flooding in, you know, the well wishes and the uplifting words and hang in there and all that. It is uplifting and motivating and inspiring, so I appreciate that, folks. It just reinforces how I felt. It reinforces my feeling of confidence and gratitude, and all the positive emotions I'm feeling after this incident are reinforced by your positive energies being directed towards me. So, not to be cheesy, but thanks. Yeah, so bike lane, huh? Vote if you think I should remain in the bike lane even once I'm all healed up, God willing, and my Sherman's all fixed up. Maybe I should just stay in the bike lane from now on and take it easy, or ride as I was riding before, which mostly was fine most of the time, except for the occasional wig out. But yeah, like I'd say 30, 35 in the streets with the cars is fine. Don't push 45, 47, 50, and then cut out and then injure yourself. That I've duly noted. I mean, I've written that down in my head, and I'll not practice that manner of riding again, God willing. So, but everything else, you know, get home quick, enjoy the Sherman, all that good stuff. Obey the laws, wear gear, wear gear, wear gear. I gotta just repeat that 100 times. Wear your gear. Helmet, knee pads, armor on the chest and arms, shoulders, body. I didn't even think about body, like vest and like chest and back. Everything, boots, knee braces, collar protection, collarbone protection, everything. So it does not hurt. It might take a minute beforehand, but look at all the minutes I've lost already since the accident, where I'm paying all those minutes back that I saved. So what did I say? Probably 100 minutes over 50 rides. Well, I'm paying back those 100 minutes and then some from one incident. So, and I could have potentially paid a much greater price than that. So the math all checks out. Wear your gear. I don't care if you're on a moped, bicycle, scooter that only goes 20. Wear your gear, people. Wear it. You know? To all the people who've been telling me wear your safety gear for months before this incident. Months. I see it. I've seen the light. I see what you were saying now. I thought I was impervious. It wasn't going to happen to me. I thought it was fine. People were just overreacting and not being careful enough. But sure enough, y'all were correct. I concede. I concede to how you were right and I was wrong. Little detour here. It's really cold out here, so wearing these shorts to keep my knees exposed is, I'm really feeling that and paying for that right now. But I think the cold is good for my injuries, so it's kind of like icing my injuries without icing it. So it's kind of like free healthcare. But on the other hand, it's pretty cold. My fingers are freezing from holding the camera right now. My forearm is kind of cold because it's exposed, and my jacket's half off because I don't want to put on my jacket and then get bacitracin cream and antibiotic ointment cream all over my jacket. So my right arm is not in my jacket, but I did zip it up. This feels better than if I had no jacket at all, that's for sure. Kind of like this. Yeah, so that's the truth, ain't it? That's the truth. I'm humbled. Grateful, humbled, excited for life. Excited to have my Sherman parts come in and to see what my Sherman, how it looks and works after it's repaired. There's still a little bit of mystery in there. I'm gonna try to make a video about it and kind of record the process and see how it goes. I'm excited to see if it works or not properly, if it's just as good as it was before the accident. That's always a point of contention, right? It's like, will it be crooked and wobbly, or will I be able to get the magnets off? I've heard nightmare stories about this whole magnet thing with the motors. Does that have anything to do with the rim or not? I don't even know. Like, am I going to be able to perform all this work on the wheel? I mean, the Sherman's a pretty simple construction design, but am I going to be able to do it nonetheless? Am I going to be able to, get it up and going? Another point of contention right now in the repair are the batteries okay? Like, am I going to open it up and find the inner shell is crooked and lopsided? Are the batteries is one of them gonna have a hole in them? I don't know. All these things are still kind of a big question mark. So you really just have your fingers crossed, you pray and ask for the best and just hope it works out. So at this point, I just literally don't know. I don't know. I'm waiting to find out. So once the parts, I don't know if I'm gonna start messing with the Sherman now and like taking it apart. I think I'll just wait until all the parts arrive, and then if I need more parts during the repair, I'll just improvise. I'll figure out what to do then. Maybe order some more parts and put everything on ice for a couple of days until it's a lot to process all at once. I know a lot of you guys out there have been through this and have repaired your own Shermans. I remember Da Ying. He completely restored his Sherman, and he had trouble with the axle because it was rusted, and he gave it a bath. He gave the whole Sherman a bath and rebuilt it from scratch, and was so happy with the results. It's getting a little crowded. I think I'm gonna take the sidewalk for a block or two. So for him, that was an inspiring story, because when he restored his rim and cleaned up the Sherman, he had that feeling of like, I did something good, and he told us all about it and shared a little bit about it. So it was an exciting time, and I feel like I have something to look forward to in that regard. Like, I too have a good time awaiting me, and I can see like what's gonna happen. I can wait and see what to do then. Sometimes people walk at an angle, like diagonally, and it just like makes me like feel like very insecure. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get by here. And so I go really slowly, because obviously it's nothing they do will warrant me like putting them at risk or zipping by. I just go slow, but still I'm like, excuse me, can you walk in a straight line? In my head, of course. It would be rude of me, I think, to imply or say that somebody has to walk a certain way, even if I'm trying to get by. They don't hear me or see me, so it's not like they're thinking about me. It's not like they're trying to, you know, block my route or anything. Folks, if you enjoyed this absolutely long, chatty video of me talking about my accident again and my life and the whole world of wheels I live in right now, be sure to let me know by slapping up that like button and commenting and subscribing and sharing this video if you feel that's warranted. I know it'd be awesome if I like supplemented and did some editing and supplemented what I'm saying with some visuals and stuff, but if I'm gonna deliver every day and just keep it coming, then it's just gonna have to be kind of simple and sustainable. Otherwise, I know myself, I could edit and I could do this and I could do that, but then it turns into a once in a blue thing. And I really just want to kick your door down with volume. I don't really want to blow you away with like music and cuts. I just kind of want to have a steady hand and have a consistent calendar of uploads of whenever I go for a ride. No matter where I'm going, take the camera with and share. So here it is. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you all very soon. Have a great day. Goodbye.